So, die Frage der Fragen. Wie geht es bei euch?
Es geht.
Es geht.
It goes.
Okay. Juanita hat gesagt, dass es bei euch sehr heiß ist.
Ah, ja. Ja,
Ja.
das stimmt.
Ja. Hier haben wir um die 15 Grad Celsius. Es regnet.
No.
And it rains.
I
Ja.
wish we would get some rain.
Yep.
Hmm.
So.
How do we
Okay,
say that?
aber ich wünschte, es regnete.
I wish. Wünscht. I don't know if I've wünschte.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
Well, that's a good.
Wünschte.
Did you make up another conjugation?
It's another conjugation. Yes, it's called conjunctive. Konjunktiv 2.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Oh man.
But we'll get to that at some other point.
Oh boy.
Okay. So
No.
this is my thankfulness app, and this is okay. So now we got something beautiful. Wir haben Satzstrukturen.
Sentence.
Satzstrukturen. Sentence structures. Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
So we have something called tekamolo. And tekamolo means where in the sentence do I place which part?
I think you've mentioned this before,
Yes, yes,
a long time ago.
a long time ago. Okay, why is King Kong called King Kong and not Kong King? Remember that? Why is it called Tic Tac
Tacto.
and not Tac Toe Tick?
Oh, I forgot.
Okay.
I remember you told us that, but I don't remember.
Yes. So there are rules of predominance. So what predominates? So the I goes before the A, goes before the O.
Okay.
So in the sentence structure in German, we have the temporal goes first.
Okay.
The causal goes second. The modal goes third. And the local goes last. So
Local is the place. Is that the?
that's the place, right?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So there's a reason why things go where they go. So if you have a sentence, you will say, I went to the shop to get the car fixed because the brakes gave out. But I went to the shop in the rain to get the car fixed because the brakes gave out. Okay, so there's a reason why you place where you place. Okay? So in German, I went to the shop. Sorry, I forgot. Here we go. Yes, sir. Man. Yesterday, I went to the shop in the rain to get the car fixed because the brakes gave out. Okay? So here, what we have first is temporal. When did I go? And then, who went? What did I do? Where did I go? What was the condition when I went? So the modal, what was the condition? Why did I go? To get the car fixed. And then because, which gives me the causal, the brakes get out. Okay? So you have a reason for everything in the sentence. So we talked about the German sentence structure. And the Germans, and like even the US, say a sentence is complete if you have the subject and the predicate. So as long as you have somebody or something doing something or being done unto it, you have a sentence. So in this case, Klaus slept. Okay? So we have a person, in this case, Klaus, and we have what he does. He sleeps. That is a complete sentence. I went. I don't have to say where I went, why I went, when I went. All I need to do is I gotta say I went. And that's a complete sentence. So now, of course, we can also have our object. In this case, we have a dative object, which means I have a subject, der Schirm, which is the umbrella. I have the verb, which is gehören, to belong to. And since der Schirm is singular, third person, the verb is conjugated, gehört. And now who does it belong to? Der Kollegen. So it would be die Kollegen, but since now it is dative, it is der Kollegen. So I got the subject, I got the predicate, and I got the dative object. And like we said before, I can just go and flip them around. And I can say, oh, you know what? You know, I don't need to put the predicate, I don't need to put the subject up front. You know, I can put the subject in the back. Oh, beautiful. And I can put the object up front. And the sentence is the same. The only condition is that the predicate is in the second position. So that is a sentence with an object. Now we can have something called local. All right, so that means der Bus fährt. So the bus is riding, is driving, is going somewhere. So where is it going? Well, it's going zum Rathaus, to the city, what do you call it, the mayor's office, to
City Hall or
City Hall, to the City Hall, right? Okay, but this tells me where it's going to. And just like we did before, yeah, I can put the locale up front. I can put the subject, in the back, makes no difference. As long as the predicate is in the second position. Right? So all this is your basic sentence structure. So here we started with local. Now we got temporal. Okay. And once again, we have the subject. In this case, ich. What do I do? Ich verreise. Now temporal. When do I go on the trip? Well, nächste Woche. So I can put the temporal up front, like we said before. I can put the subject in the back, no problem, as long as the predicate stays in the second position. Now we got something called modal. Okay, so that tells me how I like to do something. So in this case, it tells me I do it with a lot of joy. I do it pleasantly. So we got the modal, which now can go all the way up front. Ta-da! But in German, it could also stay in the back. All right, and then I have the object. So the object can also go up front, or it can go to the back. But now the subject, what do we do with the subject? Well, the subject can be up front. It can go either in the second place, but not in the back. What's the only condition that needs to be always the same? The predicate is always in the second place. Wow, don't you just love this? All these colors. Doesn't that make learning so much more fun? Okay, so the important premise is in the present, our predicate is always in the second position. All right, so now we go back to local. Okay, so local means where are we going to? Up top, we said, oh, we're going to Malta. But now we're going to Malta, oh, on Monday. So now we got two conditions. We got the temporal and the local. And we can switch those around any which way I want. So I can either put the temporal up front and the local stays in the back, or I put the local up front and the temporal stays in the back. My subject can be switched from the first to the third position. And the only important is that the predicate always stays in the second position. So, mein Onkel fliegt. All right, so we know that the uncle is going to take a trip on a plane. So now we know he's going to take it on Monday, and we know he's going to go to the island of Malta. But I can also, like I said, say, hey, okay, so on Monday, flies my uncle to Malta. Or I can say, to Malta. Nach Malta flies my uncle on Monday. Okay? The subject wants to be alongside the predicate. This is always something that we've been seeing up here. Okay, so we got the subject and the predicate. I got the subject and the predicate. I got the predicate and the subject. So you've got subject, predicate, we got subject, predicate, we got predicate, subject, subject, predicate, predicate, subject. Oh, these bad people didn't color it. Look at that. Subject, predicate, predicate, subject. So the subject and the predicate always want to be side by side. Everything else, they move around any which way they want. Okay, so here again, you can see it. Subject, predicate, predicate, subject, predicate, subject, subject, predicate. Okay. So now the uncle flew. All right. And now we're going to stick the object in there. Okay. So we have our subject predicate combination, Max trifft. We got the predicate subject combination here. Always making sure that the predicate is in the second position of the sentence. And now we can switch things around. So when does Max meet somebody? All right. So every Friday. And we can have every Friday here. We can have it here, or we can have it here. So then who does he meet? Oh, he meets his friend. So the object can go anywhere. Okay. As long as the subject and the predicate go together, everything else goes wherever it wants. And oh, just, as beautiful as it gets. Where does he meet them? Oh, he meets them in the Kneipe. So you know what a Kneipe is?
No.
No. The Kneipe is where I go to watch the soccer games that are not on TV. And while I sit there and everybody smokes and everybody drinks and the TV is on full blast with the sports game, yeah, we just have a blast. Okay. So in America, you call those your
Sports bar.
bars. Except in the US, it's not permitted to smoke. In Germany, they do. So we can have the sports bar, the locale in the back. We can stick it up front. We can keep it in the back. Okay. So Max trifft seine Freunde in der Kneipe jeden Freitag. So I can mix all those around. And so now you saw the 4 different kinds of sentence parts. Okay. So we said local, we said temporal, we said, we only have local and temporal here, huh? So we had modal up top, and we haven't had causal yet. Okay. But I'm sure as we go down, we'll get to causal. So these are your sentence structures. Just beautiful. So basically, like you asked at the very beginning, Michael, in German, you can stick anything anywhere you want, as long as the predicate is in the second position and the subject is stuck to the predicate. And everything else can be mixed around any which way you want. But
there's a standard place for everything, and if you change it,
exactly.
you're trying to say something, right?
Exactly, you try to emphasize. So the balanced the balanced sentence structure, where everything is in balance and everything is perfect, is temporal, causal. So why did something happen? Modal, how did it happen? And where did it happen? Local. Okay. And so this is your sentence structure. Now we come to the modal verbs. Now the modal verbs And you probably still wonder, what in the world does that actually mean? In English, they are called your auxiliary verbs. Okay? So these verbs modify or explain the main verb. And as you can see right here in your beautiful German, we can also put those in English. Ich kann, so I can. Ich darf, I am permitted. Ich muss, I am obligated. Ich soll, I should. Ich will, I want. Und ich mag, ich möchte. I like / would like. Isn't this just beautiful?
So, do you remember
Yeah.
that guy the painter? What was his name? He put the beautiful trees. I don't know if that was.
Picasso?
Oh.
No.
No. It was on TV like
Yeah.
30 years ago.
Bob
And
Ross.
he would paint on TV and people would copy him and he'd say, now we're going to put our beautiful tree. I mean, he was very well
Yeah.
known. He's,
Bob Ross. That's who it was. It
is
was
that his
Bob
name?
Ross.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can Google him, Bob Ross. You're talking like Bob. we put our beautiful verb right.
That's right. Okay. So now let me do this and let me do that. And wait a minute. Then now I need to
Uh-oh.
do this. Okay. So, and then we go to auxiliary verbs list. Okay, so here it is. Your auxiliary verbs in English. Oh, come on.
Okay.
Where are they? Auxiliary verbs. Here it is. What are modal? Okay, there it is. What are modal auxiliary verbs? My goodness. All this advertisement. Okay, so might, can, should. Okay, so here we have the main are to be, to do, to have. And then the modal auxiliary verbs, which are the ones we just said. I can, I could, I dare, I may, I might, I must, I should, I will, I would. Okay. And here you got a longer list than the Germans. Germans only have 6. Here you got some more. But this is basically what the auxiliary verbs in English are. And then you can go through all these and see everything else. Okay. So we go back to this one here. Blah, blah. Okay, so the auxiliary verbs, I translated them the way that they are in German, but you saw what they look like. I should, I would, I could. Okay. All right. So now the question is, where do we position them? So we mentioned, going back to the verb. Okay, the verb is in your position 2. So in the present, with only your main verb, you say Paul, or in this case Paul, arbeitet am Sonntag. So Paul works on Sundays. Now, putting in your modal auxiliary verb. Now that verb must go in position 2, okay? And your regular verb goes to the back of the sentence. That's why it says ende, okay? The last word in the sentence. And it is in your infinitive. So in English, it would be Robert must go to work. So what is your infinitive in English? It is to work. That's your verb, to work. And so he must work on Sundays. Except in German, it is Robert muss, blah, 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 work. In English is Robert must work, blah, 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 blah. That is why when I translate German, when I translate Spanish English, I can basically translate simultaneously as the person talks. I can translate in the other language. In German, I don't. Because I know Robert got to do something on Sunday. I just don't know what it is until the German finally stops talking. Okay? So you guys have seen that TV show where they have all these signs that go ping, ping, and they turn around depending on the answers that they give. So the guy asks a question. Family Feud. There you go. Yeah, Family Feud. Okay. So the guy starts asking a question, and whoever hits the buzzer first gets to answer. So the guy's in the middle of the question, and they hit the buzzer. And he's like, how do you know what I'm going to ask? Well, you got the subject, you got the verb, and you got a little more information, and they hit the buzzer. Well, in German, it doesn't work like that. You cannot hit the buzzer until the German finally says the very last word in the sentence, which is your main verb, so you actually know what's being asked. So what does Robin have to do on Sundays? Well, he has to work. Okay? So Paul arbeitet am Sonntag. Well, why does he work Sundays? Well, Robert muss auch, so also am Sonntag arbeiten. Now we have Eva and Julia. Well, what does Eva do? Eva besucht, okay, position 2, wen? Die Tante. Okay, but Julia wants to. So what does she want? So the want goes in position 2. And then whatever it is that she wants to do, well, you have to wait until the end to know that she actually wants to visit the end. So now we come to the question, what verb do you conjugate? Well, you conjugate the verb in position 2. Why? Because the verb in the end is always in your infinitive. So, with the modal verb können, it is ich kann. Du kannst, sie es kann, wir können, ihr könnt, sie, and the formal sie können. And then we have dürfen. Ich darf, du darfst, sie es darf, wir dürfen, ihr dürft, and sie dürfen. With müssen, it is ich muss, du musst, sie es muss, wir müssen, ihr müsst, sie müssen. Okay? And as you can tell, there is a beautiful Ö in your second position, but it doesn't conjugate in the singular, it only conjugates in the plural. The same with dürfen, okay, you got the beautiful Ü. It does not conjugate in the singular, but it conjugates just the way it is in the plural. Oh, look, we have another one called müssen. Oh, wow. And again, it only stays the same in the plural. So sollen, well, sollen is pretty straightforward. And it looks like it's the only one right here. Okay, so we do the cut like we always do. Ich soll, du sollst, soll, wir sollen, ihr sollt, sie sollen. And then with the wollen, oh my goodness, it turns into will. And then it goes back to, oops, wollen. Okay. So, ich will, du willst, will, wir wollen, ihr wollt, sie wollen. It's another one of those beautiful tables you gotta copy and stick somewhere on your wall. And then mögen, which is to like. Ich mag Lasagne, so I like lasagna, I enjoy lasagna. Du magst, you like lasagna. Mag, wir mögen, ihr mögt, sie mögen. So this is to like. But somehow they put it together with möchten. So möchten, like I said, is I would like. So if I ask you, möchten Sie etwas zu trinken? You would say, ja, ich möchte etwas zu trinken. Yes, I would like something to drink. And then I would say, mögen Sie Wein oder mögen Sie Bier? So do you like wine or do you like beer? Or I could say, would you like to have wine or would you like to have beer? Then I would go back to the möchten. So would you like and do you like? Right, so that's the difference right here. Okay, so right here it says down here, beautiful, ich mag Erdbeeren. So that's pretty much the general way of saying I like strawberries. Now, whether I like them right now or just in general like them, now that's a different thing. So this is why ich möchte Erdbeeren. So they say, well, if you say möchte, then X, it's your actual wish. So what do you want right now? Okay. So Juanita is drinking some kind of red juice, I suppose. I don't think it's rosé
Yes.
wine for lunch in the
No.
heat. Okay.
Juice.
So if I ask, oh, magst du fruit punch? You would say, oh yeah, ich mag fruit punch. You know, I like it in general. And then I ask, möchtest du fruit punch? Then you would say, ja, ich möchte jetzt fruit punch because it's hot. This types. Okay. So this is your general way of conjugating the modal or modal auxiliary verbs. Now, we have something down here with the trennbare Verben. Okay, we had already discussed trennbare Verben. Okay, so you have that beautiful verb called einsteigen, which you would say ich steige ein. So you would separate it, and you would say ich steige ein. Okay, or if you want to be more specific, ich steige in den Bus ein. Now, if you have a modal verb, what happens? Well, now you have ich, so instead of steigen, which is your verb in position 2, you've got to put in the modal verb. Okay, so let's say I want to get on the bus. Then you say ich will. Oops, not I will, ich will. Okay, and then you go in den Bus, but now you do not separate the trennbare verb. Now it stays together. So ich will in den Bus einsteigen. Why? Because that is your infinitive of the verb. Okay? Nice. Wow. All right. So now that you got all this squared away, of course, on the weekend, I will be making a few more exercises Oh, yeah, get rid of this. There we go. Here we go. Okay. So now we can insert those beautiful modal verbs. So wollen. Okay, wollen is right over here. Gotta use the pen. Okay, so wollen is right here. We gotta use that one to conjugate. And on the other side, we have dürfen, to be permitted to do something. Okay, now we use the text. So, wir kommen nicht mit. What would that be with the modal verb wollen?
Wir wollen nicht mitkommen.
Wir wollen nicht mitkommen. Okay, good.
So we come with you, we're not coming with you versus we don't want to come with you.
Ah, you notice something?
Uh, or we come with. I put the you in there, didn't I?
Well, okay, wir kommen nicht mit. So we're not gonna tag along. Okay?
Right.
We're not going with you. Okay? The mit means with. Well, you gotta go with somebody. So that's why you translated it. We're not going with you. Wir kommen nicht mit. We're not joining you. Okay? And then on top, wir wollen nicht mitkommen. We don't want to go with you. We don't want to join you. Okay? So we don't want to go along. We don't want to come along. We don't want to go with you. So in English, you change the verb. The verb changes depending on what you want to say. Okay? All right. So now, ihr steht nicht früh auf. Juanita.
Ihr wollt
Ihr wollt
nicht
nicht,
früh aufstehen.
right, früh aufstehen.
Aufstehen, yeah.
Aufstehen, because that's the infinitive.
Infinitive.
Okay? All infinitive verbs in German end in en. Ihr wollt nicht früh aufstehen. Okay? So what does it mean?
I don't know.
Okay, so let's start. Ihr steht nicht früh auf. What's aufstehen?
To stay. To stand? I don't know. I don't know.
Aufstehen. Well, let's sing a song.
Aufstehen.
Rise and shine and give God the glory, glory.
To get up?
To get up. Okay, so aufstehen is to get up.
To get up.
Also,
Okay.
ihr,
Früh is
okay, ihr steht nicht früh auf.
so you all don't get up early.
That's right. You all don't get up early. And now, ihr wollt nicht früh aufstehen.
So now what is it? You all
You all
don't want to get up early.
don't want to get up early. Right. That's exactly what it is. Okay. So now we go with du trittst Klaus nicht.
Du willst Klaus nicht treffen.
Okay. Du willst Klaus nicht treffen. Ah,
So it's you won't meet Klaus, and then you don't want to meet Klaus.
right. Du triffst Klaus nicht. You don't meet Klaus. Yeah. And you don't want to meet him. Very sad. Okay. So now, what about the Kuchen?
Oh Lord. Okay, so that's Ich will den Kuchen nicht essen.
Okay. What does it mean?
So the first one is I don't eat the cake. And then the second one is I don't want to eat the cake.
Right. Ich esse den Kuchen nicht. I'm not eating the cake. Okay. And I don't want to eat the cake.
Okay.
Okay.
And then Eva, Eva will kein Bier trinken.
Okay.
So Eva is not drinking beer. Eva does not want to drink beer.
Right. Eva is not drinking beer. Eva doesn't want to drink beer. Okay.
Okay.
And now we can do the very same thing with dürfen. Okay. So let's do this up here somewhere. All right. There we go. So, Robert geht nicht aus.
Robert darf, or is it darf, Robert darf nicht ausgehen.
Okay. So what does that mean?
Robert is not going out. Robert is not allowed to go out.
Very good.
Okay. And then B, ihr dürft nicht mitkommen.
Okay.
You all are not permitted. Wait a minute. So the first one, you are not coming along. And then you are not permitted to come along.
Right. That's
Or
it.
coming.
That's exactly right. Yep.
Okay, so ich darf I don't know what Rauke?
Rauchen?
Rauke? Okay,
Rauchen
ich
to
darf
smoke.
nicht mehr rauchen.
Okay, so I smoke no more.
I smoke no more. I'm not permitted to smoke anymore.
Right.
Okay. Kinder. So it's plural then. Kinder dürfen keinen Alkohol trinken.
Okay.
The children drink no alcohol. The children are not permitted to drink alcohol.
That's right.
It's better in dative, right, Juanita?
Yes, a little bit. Okay, so the next one is du darfst keinen Zucker essen.
Wow.
Okay.
So you don't eat sugar. You are not allowed to eat sugar.
Very good. That's exactly what it is.
Okay. Ugh. Are we done today?
So our beautiful modal verb, what are these
Yeah.
called? Modal verbs? Modal.
No, these, yes. Modalverben.
Okay. Modal auxiliary verbs.
Auxiliary verbs.
Okay.
Okay. So now we come to können. Okay.
Hmm.
Um,
Oh, wow. Okay.
so Julia kann den Satz nicht verstehen.
Okay.
Julia does not understand the sentence.
Okay.
Julia cannot understand the sentence.
Julia doesn't understand the sentence, and Julia cannot understand the sentence. Right.
Okay.
Hmm. Woo, okay. Du kannst den Koffer nicht. Yeah, I don't know. Trägst? Is it still trägst?
No, you
What is
gotta
that?
figure
What does it
what's
go?
what's the infinitive
Kannst den
of the
Koffer
verb.
nicht.
Remember, that's to end in en.
That doesn't sound right though. I don't know. Trägen.
It's close.
Tragen. Tragen. Okay, what does that mean? You you don't bring the suitcase?
To
Is
trägst,
that the first one?
tragen, to carry.
To carry, okay. Take care, okay. You don't carry the suitcase.
Right.
You can't carry the suitcase.
Right.
Okay.
Carlos kann sehr schnell laufen. So Carlos runs very quickly. Carlos can run very quickly.
Quickly or fast?
Fast. All right. Okay. Can run fast.
How do you know which
Yeah.
is which?
I think schnell is fast, I guess, right? First.
Well, I
Run
thought it could be
fast.
either.
Well,
No.
have you ever heard of somebody running quickly? Oh, look at Usain Bolt. He runs quickly. No, he doesn't run quickly. He runs fast. So what's the difference between fast and quickly? One is an adjective and one is
One's
an adverb.
adverb. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. So ich kann nicht einschlafen.
What is einschlafen?
Ich kann nicht einschlafen. So is the first one I don't sleep? And the second one
Einschlafen.
is I cannot sleep?
Okay,
What's
schlafen is one thing. If you say, ich schlafe nicht, okay, I'm not sleeping, I'm awake. Aber ich kann nicht einschlafen. So in church, usually my kids take pictures of me when I'm sitting there.
Oh, you're napping. Ah.
Daddy, bist du eingeschlafen? No. Yeah, then why are you snoring?
Nap. Okay.
So einschlafen means to fall asleep.
Fall asleep.
Oh, fall asleep. Okay.
Okay.
So schlafen is to
So-
nap or to sleep. Einschlafen is to fall asleep.
Into sleep. Fall into sleep.
So what's
Okay.
the sentence in D then? I sleep not. I fall asleep.
I don't
I don't fall asleep.
fall asleep.
Okay. I don't fall asleep. I cannot fall asleep. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Wir können euch nicht sehen.
Okay, very simple. Wir können euch nicht sehen.
We don't see you. We can't see you.
Right, that's exactly right. Okay. So now we come to müssen. And müssen is must.
So Carlos muss die Worte lernen.
Okay, so first Carlos
Muss
muss die
die Worte
Wörter lernen.
lernen. So Carlos learns the words.
Words.
Yes. Carlos has to learn the words.
Yes.
Okay.
Ihr müsst noch einkaufen. Is that buy? You must noch. Wait a minute. Okay. You must. Einkaufen is to buy, to purchase.
Kaufen is to buy, to purchase. Einkaufen is to go, usually grocery shopping.
Oh, shopping. Okay. You noch is yet. You.
Yeah, I can't remember that one.
Oh, still.
You all still need to go shopping?
Okay. Also, ich habe heute eine Party. Ja?
Okay. Yeah.
Ich habe keine Getränke. Ich habe keine Chips. Ich habe kein Essen. Also, ich muss noch einkaufen.
I must still go to shopping. Okay.
Okay.
Or you must. You all must.
In this case, it's ihr müsst. You all still have to. Okay. Also sage ich, hey Michael, ich kann jetzt nicht weitermachen. Ich muss noch einkaufen gehen. So I still gotta go shopping. I haven't done my shopping for the party tonight. So I excuse myself, okay? I still gotta go. Okay. Which of course in my case is a lie. I already got all my shopping done. Okay. But to cook, for instance, now I gotta prepare the food. Okay, also ich muss noch kochen. Ich habe das Huhn, ich habe die Ananas, ich habe den Curry, ich habe den Reis, aber ich muss noch kochen.
Okay. I still have to cook it.
Cook.
I must still cook.
So I got the ingredients. Okay? Also ich war einkaufen. Ich muss nicht einkaufen, aber ich muss noch kochen.
Okay.
Okay? So now, Medikament. Was ist mein Medikament?
Ich muss das Medikament nehmen.
Okay?
So that's to take. I'm assuming a medicament is your medicine.
Yes.
Yes. So I take the medicine. I have to take the medicine.
Exactly right.
Okay. Paul muss das Fahrrad reparieren. So Paul repairs the bicycle. Paul must repair the bicycle.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Wir müssen. Oh, that's a good one. Wir müssen lange warten, or is it warten?
Lange. The verb,
Lange
the verb is
Warten.
always the last word in the sentence.
warten. Yeah. Okay.
Okay?
Okay. We wait long. We have to wait a long time,
A long time.
a
Yeah.
long time.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Still better dative. So did Juanita tell you on Duolingo that today's lesson was
yeah.
dative?
I
Oh, yeah?
started the dative unit. Yes. And I was like, oh, I know what this means. That doesn't mean I'll get them all right, but yes. So
But
yeah.
you know what it's about. Okay?
I
you know-
do. I
Yeah.
do. Yes.
And
So,
that's what it's all about. Yeah. So I got
Yeah.
this 15-year-old kid. We're doing the essay. So he looks at me. He says, I had to repeat 10th grade because I was so bad in German. We need to study German. I'm like, okay, but we've been working on your essay. Yeah, he says, but the real reason my daddy sent me here is to learn enough German to, to pass the next.
Oh boy.
wow. Yeah.
Which means that which I'm doing with you guys now, I'm gonna have to do with him, and see which one of all these sections, where does he have problems?
Yeah.
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 Wow.
Okay, so he's a 15-year-old kid speaking 3 languages. Okay, so he's learning German. He lives in Germany. He's learning English because he wants to go and live in England. And he comes from Afghanistan, so he speaks whatever they speak back there,
Wow.
Mhm.
Parsi or some weird language. Okay? And again, if you speak 3 languages like my kids, you will speak none well.
Mm.
Okay? Unless, of course, like right now, you focus on one and you go through the grammar systematically, part by part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I told them, I said, okay, so today was Friday. We worked on his essay in German. So now he has an essay about California and him moving there, which is half English and half German. because
Oh my gosh.
because on Thursday we have English together, and on Friday we have German together.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm teaching him both. So I said, okay, you need to write the essay in both languages. He says, yes. I said, okay, well then it's
Ooh.
when we have our English class, we'll work on your essay in English. When we have your German class, we'll work on it in German.
So he was held back because he's in Germany and his
Yes.
German wasn't good enough.
Yes.
That would never happen in the United States. They just promote him. and
Oh my
let 'em.
gosh, no, yeah. they
That's the
wouldn't
sad
care.
part. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he had to repeat the whole year because he didn't
Wow.
have the German language.
Mm,
Yeah. He doesn't realize that's better for him
yes,
to learn it then. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Now he's not the brightest, okay? So that also doesn't help. But you know, I
But-
mean, when you don't have the brain, you just have to work harder. In the end, you'll
Yeah.
still learn it.
Yeah.
It's going to take longer and with more effort.
Mhm.
Mhm. Yep, yep.
Yeah.
So I owe you 150 this week, right? Since we missed one day.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Gotcha.
It was all my fault.
No, it's
No,
no problem.
you were where you needed to be.
But it was
We all-
worth it.
Yes,
Yep.
you were.
We all
that's
agree
right.
with that. Yes. So you have a new girlfriend, so be careful. Uh,
Oh, boy.
Yeah. No worries here.
No.
Okay. Well, then
All right.
I gotta go prepare the food. Ich muss noch kochen.
All right.
Ah,
We'll see you
yes.
Wednesday now, right? Because
Well,
we're.
I'll see you Wednesday.
Yes.
Yes.
Wednesday.
I'll see you
Yep.
Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay. Take care.
Great.
Okay. Thanks, Peter.
Thanks.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
weekend.
All
All
right. You
right.
too. Bye bye.
Happy birthday.
Tomorrow. Thank you.
Yes.